East 40th Street. Now it's 110 Grand Park, but you can't see the signs. It's like Metro Group National. They have a boiler. They're refinishing all of it. You see a balcony like Evita, and then and there seems to be an altercation between Calico Building and the skaters, the bikers. Everything's good. Job well done. No violence or anything. I'm just a guy on the street. And it's like a grandpa unk energy. Try and be young. I mean, they waxed it up. That's the thing. This is always a thing. And the lady is laughing, Wait, she had the meanest laugh. The meanest laugh. Damn. It's all smiles. It's just job well done. Nothing wrong with this. There is no police brutality, no rapes, no murders, no crime. It's just, old and young. This is why I do live streaming, because nothing is wrong. It's just normal, you know? Yeah, just have a great time, that's all I say. You know? And this is when everybody's chilled. Just get that advice in. Don't waste your life on bikes. What the hell is that? You see that? That's a huge truck. Like Teamsters and shit. You could transport genocides people. You could literally genocide like at least 2,000 people in there. Let me out. I'm not making fun of genocide. I'm just saying that's my assignment. I'm very bad at things. So whoever thought of assigning me to do genocide didn't think this through. I like the genocider. I'm thinking like Sino Peninsula and then cider made by Genos. Geno is a very common, popular name. Could mean anything, like in Muslim, Islamic, Arabic. Geno. GS, Hello. Who are all you people? Are you like extremists, like X Games and shit? Hello, Joshua, whatever your name is. I know what your game is like. Shout me out. I don't know why you need it, but I'm gonna deny it. It's denied. Thank you for the like. Oh Jesus. Do you guys like enjoy old people saying, "Oh my goodness," and stars and garters? Hello, Sulan and stuff. You know what? My new policy for all you weirdos, kids, is this: I'm gonna greet you by your first name, but not your whole name. Make sure you come back when I live stream, and maybe I'm in a better mood. So anyway, have you guys seen? This is middle of New York City. Usually Godzilla or Avengers or something. This is the base model, MetLife, and then that's the Calico Building. There's a lot of Hollywood movies that come out right here. It's always high tension, like detective. Oh, you're a sub? Thank you for subbing. Tell all your friends and family, I guess. You see that? That's called a buttocks. Nice, huh? Apparently women have them. I was just filming the building, actually, and telling you about 101 Calico, and all these hot women just keep flashing their buttocks in front of me. It's very disappointing. I'm sorry for all the people who like architecture. There's too many people showing off their butts. I hate it. It happens all the time. Sometimes it's high school girls too. Yeah, this is like, a little bit more. This is the one place where I don't expect like girls to start stripping. It's like if you saw a girl stripping here, like high school age or younger, she'd get arrested, or be homeless or something. And it's just a little bit of history. New York, this isn't really New York. I'm in Gaza. Okay, what they did was they kidnapped me and made me think I'm still in my hometown of New York, but I'm in a 2-foot by 2-foot cell. And I'm AI, CGI generated. So you have no pity for prisoners or subhuman mongrels, right? So this is my habitat. They make me think this is concrete It's very convincing sound. It makes the noise. But this is all AI, you know? This ketchup packet right here is AI. Okay? Thank you for the dab. I know a little bit of the lingo, you know? I was just watching some bikers. And of course, like in every skating movie and all this, there's always a guard who's like, when I was your age, I got a job. Now look at me. 30 years in the security business. I have a pension. I have a house. I have kids. I have a vacation. I have all this. But sometimes people just want to do tricks. You know, we'd be in caves. If someone, caveman is like, you know what I'll do? I'll hit a rock with another rock. It's a trick. And he found fire. Also, I want all of you to download the Citizen app. You know? You get a preview for free for like 2 seconds of the police radio, and then if you subscribe, you get like the whole video. It's good for major catastrophic events, but also like in your neighborhood. Okay, and I'm not a creep, so I don't creep shot. You can go to rule34.com or beeg.com, all these porn sites, if you want to see that kind of crap. I'm just like I walk around trying to see. Not gonna lie. You just lied. How do you know smoking is bad for all people? How about all those people who live in China? They jump off buildings, they're being harvested for organs. Let them smoke. Who told you? Somebody lied to you about smoking is bad. If you can believe such an absurdity, like so absurd, they'll make you commit atrocities. Like, since you believe smoking is bad, all you have to do is throttle this chicken. Sounds right? You just step on a chicken's foot and pull the neck. And then what's the difference between a chicken and a kitten? Oh, wow, lung disease. Okay? So somebody told you you have a fear of lung disease. They'll bring you to a morgue and show you 2 extracted lungs from a cadaver. This is what happens to all smokers. That's called bullshit. You believe this, Joshua? Yikes. This is why we're losing the war. If somebody tells you smoking causes French vanilla, would you believe them? To me, lung disease, French vanilla, it's all the same. 2 English words. You're speaking English? Yeah. You'd mind if, like, you had an asthmatic daughter and I blew this, like, smoke in her face because, I'm within your area and your daughter's sickly and pitiful and probably going to die. So, I don't know. Not my fault. So right now we have a barrier. Your phone or screen and my phone and screen. And then there's protectors also. Screen protectors. I doubt you have a computer with a screen protector. Because if you have one of those like computers and you need a screen protector, you have bigger problems than I could ever imagine. In your very own house, in private, whether you're a kid or an adult, apparently somebody likes to break all your computer monitors. You should really fix that problem. That's worse than lung disease. An intruder in your house, you wake up, and all your monitors are broken. Or even worse problem, you expect somebody to break all your monitors, and every day they don't. When are they going to do it? You see this? This is a bank. You see all these unbroken windows? I walk by this all the time. One day, all these windows will be broken. Yes, they always assume I'm from China. No, I'm from the Americans. I'll just say the craziest thing in your mind. Pay no attention at all to this. I am a white person. Ridiculously white. We all know I'm a white person. Okay? That shows that you're very superficial. Like, what you see is what you get. And you'll be fooled by a lot of people. Not me. I'll be dead. Hopefully you're like some 93-year-old guy who's on the way out, some elite, ready to give up all your power, ready to give up all your evil ways. But just in case you're an 8-year-old kid, you shouldn't make assumptions like that. The world is so much bigger. And I know China is the biggest country you've ever seen, but there are other countries. It's okay. I get that a lot. You know, most times all I see is text and maybe your PFP. Wow, you can choose an English sounding name and you can choose a PFP. So you must be a scammer. I'll make that assumption. How's the scamming game? You from Scammerville? How's all the scams? One from the FBI. Before you do all that traveling and see other countries, do you have any open warrants at all? Are you wanted by Interpol? Are you a criminal? Are you hiding out in my chat so you don't get arrested before all your neighbors? Can you answer one of these questions? I'm a nice guy, you know. People ask me questions, and I'll ask you a question. And I just wait for that hesitation. It's like a lot of people is like boom, 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 boom questions, but you're not really paying attention to what I'm doing. So I'll just assume, I'll make all these assumptions. You're a criminal hacker, probably on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. You've raped several cats, and all you do is enter chats on YouTube. Am I correct? Oh, literally, wow. No, tell me all about the scams you've run. Just say I'm a scammer in my chat. What's the harm? When you're young, nobody believes you, right? It's not like you're going to run for president or office or become a CEO and they'll use this against you. You know? What if you ended up working for a Chinese guy? That would be hilarious. You're from China? Oh shit. Fuck. Let's see your employment or what do you do for fun? You go around all of YouTube asking, you from China? You're not hired. Bye. I steal all your land. Guaylo. You sure? That's what a scammer say the first thing. Hi, I'm a friend. I'm your IT department. I don't scam you. Big red flag. So anywho, you're digging yourself deeper. You should leave. There's all these other places you can scam. I'm just going to observe how you scam. Hi, how are you? Say potato for me. If you don't, I will automatically not only assume you're a scammer, but you're some FBI or CIA stooge trying to entrap me into like punching a cop. If you don't say potato. I've been on all these social media. It's like, hi, how are you? Visit my website. We'll promote you. You're way too young. You didn't say potato. So I'm just going to ignore you. I'm going to talk past you. I'm going to pretend you don't exist, scammer. Simple thing. It's a simple test. People on X have found this out. Oh, like all these hot-looking girls and visit my website and their entire computer is deleted. Their bank account is emptied. And then, whoops, can't catch the guy. Too bad, so sad. Oh, you actually said potato, and you spelled it wrong. Well, learn to spell, kid. You're a real person. That's not how you spell potato. Jesus fucking Christ. Where are your parents? You know Father's Day is June 15th? Juneteenth. That's a new thing. Ask your father how to spell potato. I'm still going to get mad whether you agree or disagree. Because I'm an angry guy. You know what I mean? What do you expect from this chat? Are you bored? Make boredom your friend. Make boredom your servant. Make boredom your fascist. Do you know what a fascist is? You already spelled potato. Or maybe you want to see butts. I see butts all the time. I see thongs. Not a big deal. But maybe if you're younger than me, you haven't seen what I see. So if you want to see all the butts you want, you gotta learn how to spell potato. That's not how we spell it. Okay? What if I looked at your name and said, hi, Jews? Is that nice? Learn. If you have servants and you're some sort of Saudi, it's like at one point, the people, the mob, is going to raid your rich, wealthy palace and throw you out a window. So you should be able to at least spell potato properly. Not that that's going to happen if you feel threatened. It's just I know my life. I've seen people thrown out of buildings. Okay? Do you want that to happen? That's why I asked. Do you have a dad? Make sure you remember your dad, even at whatever culture you're from, on Juneteenth, June 15th, 2025. Because Mother's Day was, that's how, what is we? Are you Ukrainian? Tell me, is Wagstaff a Ukrainian name? And you have a friend in chat. He's not even defending you or she. They're just watching you squirm. Or maybe you're the lead detective, and then this is the rookie. How you doing, Rook? Say something in the chat. You're English. What, like what? British English? I know a lot of England. Potato. Potato. They don't spell it Patato. Where the hell you come from? You're lying, scammer. Lying. Obviously, very lying. Okay? So, my job as a scammer hunter is to keep you in the chat until they find you. Have you ever watched Hackers 1995? Any British would love to see it. We did a version of Hackers 1995, right? And all we did was change the main actors to Jason Statham, right? Oh, are you really a kid? What's your channel name, kid? You're a scammer and we all know it. You know what scammers do? They talk to little kids. Let's say you're a little kid, for sure. And then they get you to pose. It's like, kid, boy, girl, don't you want to meet the opposite? What you do is like strip down and take photos and give it to me. That's retarded, kid. Be smarter than that if you are a kid. However, if you're an adult scammer trying to get all of these users and commit crimes against them, some of them are pretty sick and tired of all that. Just a heads up. Like some people are prosecuting. I can be like the totally uncool Joker. See that? So let's look at your statement. I'm a kid. Why would I scam people? You never scammed your parents, so-called kid? Mom, 5 more minutes, I promise. I don't know, adult guy, adult scammer. Are you Indian? Some people know the playbook. Some people actually are maliciously taking control of all your camera networks and, getting your family photos, getting your social security, whatever it is in India, getting all your bank statements, getting all your land. That's why India and Pakistan are having a little tiff. But you're from Britain, right? Who is your current representative in the House of Lords? Something publicly available and it doesn't tie to you. Know this? Even as a kid. We hate this, we do. That guy doesn't do nothing for us. All us hard-working British, right? Okay, so you said hi. Do you expect like mod? Do you know what mod is? A lot of people pretend. That's why I call you scammer. I'm a little boy. I'm 4. What's moderation all about, really? And then you do stuff. And then I'm 4. You can't put me in prison or jail because I'm 4. How old are you? All my streams are rated 18 and above. Okay? Half Jamaican and Uruguay. Of course, are you setting me up for some like joke? Are you a comedian? Tell me a joke, kid. If you're literally younger than me. Okay? You speak very well for somebody who is British in a Commonwealth nation, and you're from Jamaica and Uruguay. What next are you going to claim? You're Scottish. Foreign man. There's a line. Can you do that? You're 11. So what are you doing in my chat? Are you trying to learn English? Because I'm the worst English teacher of all time. You should be learning math. Well, I remember being 11. My name is Nathan. Did you notice that 11 and Nathan share the letter N at the end? Do you know how to say 11? You misspelled potato already. I'm pretty sure you're going to spell the number 11 with a QZRR 5692 or something, right? Oh, wow, you can spell 11. Now spell potato correctly for me. I'm going to make sure, you 11-year-old idiot, that you're going to leave my stream knowing how to spell potato. You can spell 11 and you're practically me, Nathan. Okay? Resist all you like. I am a teacher. I'm an editor in real life. It's my job to correct websites, bad text, and bad children. I'm probably Krampus. I'm probably literally Satan. You summoned me. I'm literally younger than you. Okay? So you're going to spell potato. Oh, dear Lord. Fine. Whoever taught you how to spell potato has trained you to be an MK Ultra assassin at 11. Hey, brother, how are you? Okay? That you will be activated by some random weirdo in the playground. I was 11. I had my first hit at 11. Not going to tell you what it was, but boy, okay, you want to end up, asking for people? He's worth 10 billion Bitcoin. He's hiding out from the cops because he wants to spell potato, Pato, or whatever that is. You know? Maybe it's like your name is Patrick Atone, and that's why they make you spell potato. You know? If you're Jamaican and from Uruguay, you should know Spanish and patois. You know what sounds like patois? Potato. See, good. Admit it, you're a scammer. Now we're going to bump you up from scammer to reformed scammer. It's no shame to be a scammer because you're pretty bad at it, or you're very good at it. Either way, it's all the same for me. If you're very good at scamming and pretending you're an 11-year-old kid online, I can learn from you. But if you're an actual retarded 11-year-old kid, I hope you learn something about the fucking word potato. Now write the word fucking in my chat. Fucking. G. Since you don't care about the spelling of fucking potato, instead of talking, you're gonna spell talking fucking. ¿Cómo estás? Todo el día, estúpido. Patatas. Okay? I understand that's how you spell Spanish, but you're gonna learn English. Okay? If you don't want to learn English, what are you doing in a YouTube stream? There are all these Spanish-only YouTube streams where you can speak with your Uruguay friends or in Jamaica and impress them. Right down by the beach, boy. Blood clot. Mr. Chin. Mr. Chink. Okay? I know a little bit of that. Jamaican. Oh, have you learned English? So you're trying to, potato. It's very English. Potato, it's all the same. But you gotta learn how Americans talk. A. Can you say A? It's not just the letter A, it's the word hey, Hey. But you probably went to Cambridge. It's just like, I want to get in touch with my roots. I was born in Britain, London, but still I want to be a Jamaican and from Uruguay. So talk like it. Lean into the minority. You know? If you want to say potato all the time, the day will come when someone will tell you, say potato. You better be ready for that. For all I know, as an 11-year-old, you're this big. You're 9 feet tall. Are you 9 feet tall? Tell me the truth. Hey, Crady, vampire. We got a young Anthony the Witness here. Joshua Wagstaff. He thinks he's 11. You know my good friend Vampire? He eats people your age. He has his own kids, and he made sure he doesn't eat his kids because his kids are trying to eat him. And he can smell lies all the way where he is. Lying scammer blood. You just said, let's scroll. Here's why, okay? At school, I get taught about scamming by my computer teacher. If you're not very specific about your English, you're not being taught how to defend against scamming. You are learning to scam from your computer teacher. You don't know any better. You know, you probably like netcat. What is a netcat? Do you know anything about it all? Netcat at all? Yeah. See how like the feigned outrage? He's saying I'm a scammer and I'm 11. You know what I did when I was 11 and Crady did too? When I was 11, I pretended I was 58. Who's gonna check? Oh no, you caught me. I'm not 58 years old, mister. It's an obvious lie. Why would you claim to be the same age as you are? You're 11, supposedly. Don't you want to be older? You know how many kids pretend? Are you over 18? Sure. It's one click. I want to see what's interesting behind this so called firewall. Oh, wow. Oh, deadass. Wow, you know all the lingo. For real, for real? Damn, that's sus. So mid. I actually say this stuff out loud, and I'm older than you. Okay? Scammer, be gone. In the name of Jesus, I will exercise the scammer spirit out of your dumb body. I don't care if you're a fellow minority. I care that you're stupid. I'm going to exercise the stupid out of you. You better finish all your college, whether you're 58 and starting all over again, and you're older than me, or you're actually younger than me. You better stay in school, kid. I never want to see you on CNN becoming a terrorist, or Crady will eat you. Ain't that right, Vampire? Huh, Crady. You know how I vetted you the first time I went to your thing? I looked through the thing. Hevron was like, he's a pedo. I was like, no, he's not a pedo. He's a legit father in fucking Alaska, scared of the spiders. But I had to check. Maybe Hevron's right. No, I have a feeling. My feeling with this kid, or adult, he's a scammer. He's going to delete all your bank account information somehow, and we'll nip him in the bud. Okay, well, you did, and why are you still here? Obviously, you want to learn something. You know, you're eliciting information for something future. Maybe your dad said, hey, kid, you're my son. You're 11. Put his guard down. Hi, how are you? By the way, I always wondered, how do you use a social security number? Can I practice with yours? I'm 11. I was 11 a long time ago. I've been 11 for all these years. I can talk down to your level. I didn't have Minecraft or Fortnite. All I had was a stick. I helped build the internet at 11. The internet you enjoy every day and downloaded all your apps. All I had was a stick. Okay, I don't have iPads at 11. All we had was a stick. You ever try going outside with a stick, 11-year-old, in 2025? Don't think so. You're too afraid of getting kidnapped if you're 11. I know you're scamming. Okay? The first thing a scammer does is prove that he's authentic. You have your cover story. Maybe you've been brainwashed. Maybe you've been trafficked, white slavery. You believe this. I don't. Since you believe all that, I don't have to. So you are a scammer. Here's another thing. If you've never scammed anyone before, you'd better learn. If you're in a nice, cushy situation, you always want extra candy at 11. If you can't talk to a stranger and learn how to scam extra candy, you are not mentally 11. You're probably 2 years old in an 11-year-old body. That's a sad thing. You don't know how to scam your mom or your dad. I know. The more you say, the more you become a scammer. That's called cover and patter. Okay? What if I called you a stammer? Do you know what a stammer is? It sounds like scammer. We all know you're a stammer. Can you even spell that? I look at all your words, you spell them perfectly. Either you're painstakingly good and you know the word literally at 11, must be a genius. What are you doing on planet Earth? You must be scamming Earthlings. No. If you leave school, you're truant. I hope you know this. Even I learned this. You haven't met teachers that want you to learn. Not yet. I might be the first one, or even worse, somebody who homeschools people who live next to bears that are not scared of 20 shotgun shells. And they're like, ha 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 ha, I'm a bear. Do you have any bears near you? 11-year-old kid. Scammer. Check him out, vet him. What's your channel name? And if you're 11, ask an adult to help you. If you are all alone in a house with computer access, why aren't you watching porn? You're all alone. When I was 11, I spent 5 minutes waiting to download this much porn. Leave the stream, where else would you go? Do you want to learn or not, kid? Just tell me. I can talk to Crady and we can discuss and make fun of Anthony the Witness. No problem. This is like the teacher's lounge. You know, if you want to elicit information for your scam, feel free. But you know what? Crady's buried people like you. You know, I'll let you know. The bears dig up the bodies and say, thank you, mister. That's why they keep coming around. Too many snoops. Hey, how are you doing? Really good since you came. Okay? For all you know, we're serial killers, kid. Why are you talking to us? Leave. You should call the precincts. It's like, there I was, and this guy got mad. Oh, sure, let me talk to your local cop. Hey, cop, put down the donut. This kid, supposedly 11, more likely 58, having a second childhood, delirium, wandering outside of the mental asylum. I'm 11. You can see him. I cannot. All I see is text and a PFP. And all he wants to do is say, hi, how are you? Bye, and go F yourself. Okay. In 15 years, how old will you be? Mr. Math, Mr. 11. I was a gifted child. At 11, they expected me to solve nuclear fission. So you can understand all the pressure I was under. Okay? I had to go to John fucking Hopkins at 11 and talk with literature people and fight against all these people who knew more about English than I did. And you know what I never did? Spell potato with a P-A. Okay? So let's do some basic math, 11-year-old. In 15 years, how old are you? More like, yeah. And guess what, Crady? I'm a 93-33. 93 Scottish Rite, 33 Memphis Rite. This is the kind of bullshit you deal with as a vampire. I take most of these because they're not sure about your vampire status. I've been vampire for at least 5 fucking years. See how he does it? Intentionally. Well, obviously a Mason. 11th degree, whatever. So, you know what decimals are and fractions? Just write 93 over 33 in my chat. You're 11. You know addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? You know he's claiming he's a British national. Do you think the British or even the Commonwealth is that dumb? The last time they were dumb, Germany attacked them and bombed the fuck out of London. They're gonna let that happen by having stupid kids, right? I don't think so. I know you, Crady. Your standards are higher than mine. Okay, but I asked you a simple addition thing. If you're 11, in 15 years, how old will you be? No hints, vampire. If you know what a fraction is, you know what addition is. If you're bad at addition, you're going to become a drug addict. Lucky for you, Crady and I are reformed drug addicts. Usually you become a drug mule, and probably worse things that'll happen to your butt. Do you want that to happen, 11-year-old child, or even 58-year-old person? In the retirement home, they hold you down even at you're 58 years old, and they do things with your butt. Okay? Now, I happen to like my butt very clean. Nothing up there. I can walk, working knees. It's nice. All the people around me, they don't have anything up their butt. Nobody's being bent over here in front of me. You don't kick them. We just live a life. Good. You're not even close, but at least you tried. It's actually 26. I don't know. You could go bring him to like some sort of website that has like a community drawing. But of course, all the 4chan people are there, and he's gonna see more dicks than Donatello. Okay? In fact, you could write an emoji dick right now. At this point, he won't be shocked. I've been to something called the Book of Mormon, and the performers there curse like sailors. If you didn't know how to curse like an adult, well, you do now. No. What do you mean close? It's exactly right. 11 plus 15 is 26. Unless you're in some fantasy world where pi equals 3. Okay? Where do you get 27? Plus 1 for good luck? Fail. Can you imagine it? It's rude. Well, you're going to do it. And I'll give you a reason to curse. If you don't cite write the word fucking in my chat, I'll ban you. And then outside of my chat, you can curse at me all day long. Okay? Just like a teacher. You don't want to learn anything? Leave. If you don't want to leave, you'll be escorted into the mouth of Crady as a snack. He'll love to hear you curse before he drains all your blood. It's normal for vampires. Ah, I'm here. What the fuck? Don't eat, drink all my blood. Well, I'm gonna. Get it all out of your system, kid. Vampires eat 11-year-olds and 99-year-olds. It's all the same to them. Okay? So if you want to persist in this 11-year-old cover story, Crady will eat you. You are 11 and you can't defend against a home intrusion from a vampire. You're all alone. You don't even know the basics of mathematicians and English to spell potato correctly. How will you defend against a hungry vampire? Yeah, I'll see you later. Write the word fucking so he doesn't do it. Fucking. I don't think he'll do it, Golem. You know how I usually do in all my streams? I'll give you a countdown. Like you're on the top of a building, 30th floor. When I get to 0, you'll be escorted out of the stream until you write the word fucking. Maybe you did already, and I'll glance down. Okay? I'll spell it out for you. Fucking. That's like scamming. Okay, and I told you. I'm going to give you a 30-second countdown to do it, or I'm going to hide you. No timeout. I'm just giving you an ultimatum. I'm an uncle. A lot of people don't like being around me. I'm surprised Grady hangs out with me. We're kind of trying to talk shit about Anthony the Witness, who you don't even know. If you ever search for him, you'll be so confused you'll be laughing like this. Ha 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 ha. And your father, if you're really 11, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. Like, as uncles, we're giving you the opportunity to curse. Better you learn from us than the cops. They'll teach you how to curse. Hey, man, get your foot off my neck. You slammed me on the floor. Are you going to be so sweet and kind? It's rude. Oh, well, so I'm going to start. Do you want me to start the countdown at 30 or 11? Your choice. 11, you'll believe that I will ban you. You're an innocent kid and you don't belong here. It's like going to a strip club. I'm 11. Then you should go bring your butt home. Okay? So you can decide. Pay particular attention to the number you choose. Do you want me to start the countdown from 11 or 30? You said what? Where is it? I don't see it. Where is this? So-called. Maybe I didn't set it right. Let's see. All messages. I don't see it. It rude, bro. You can say it shouldn't, I can't. All can't or shouldn't means is that it's last priority for you. You're going to end up in a gang, or if you're already in the World Economic Forum, or you're a communist, or a fascist, or a neo-Nazi, a skinhead, you're lost to me. You're with the other guy. But if there's a chance to redeem you, you'll say that word, fearlessly. Close. I said ing. That's only partial credit. Are you willing to settle for 93 out of 100? Don't you want all the points, kid? I've never known anybody in a magnet school or Montessori school who's happy with a 93 out of 100. And all it takes is writing ing. 4 out of 7 is really, really bad. Okay? It's like, how do you spell talking? Talk. Do you expect full credit for that at all? I want to go playing, but I'll just play. Playing is the indefinite tense. You can keep playing or just play and it's over. Very good. Very good. I'm starting to believe that you might be 11. You know why me and Crady value 11-year-olds? You're not corrupted yet. But maybe you're some doddering old fool who's 93 and you have a chance to go back to when you're 11 and undo all the evil you did. Either way, me and Crady benefit because then we can go to the Anthony the Witness. You think you're the only one who can save people. We just did. Now, what is your Uruguayan and Jamaican parent going to say about that? I'm telling. I'm telling all your parents, even if you're 58 and your parent is 93. Look what your dumbass son or daughter did. He wrote the word fucking in my chat. How dare he? If I told you to jump off a building, would you do it? Don't do that again, kid. And we're not serial killers. We catch serial killers. There's people who kidnap you at age 90. Break all your bones, eat all the marrow. You want that? You want to survive like us. You can pretend you're dumb and survive. I don't know. Let's see if you can come back 5 episodes from now. I'm going to give you a temporary banning so you can think about all the lessons. I will only ban you for a day. I should, by all rights, ban you for all time. But this is very premium things. You got a freebie out of me, kid. You're a scammer. I don't usually teach 11-year-olds, but you scammed the lesson out of me. To learn that life isn't all about hugs and kisses. In the adult world, you'll be blamed for things you didn't do. Best you do it at 11. You got to ask your boss, why did you fire me? What for? Because I'm in a bad mood. And you're expendable. And you're 11. Okay? It's good. Foment this curiosity. Why is the sky blue? What for? God? Question God. Question the devil. Question Jesus. Question Muhammad. Question Allah if you believe in him. Buddha. Or question me or Crady. I actually respond. Crady responds in chat. You're getting an education very few get. And I'm just here to just like bullshit with Crady. Like, you see what Anthony the Witness did? I know. He's a very prodigy like you, remember? We can train him to be yes man like you did. This is your chance, Crady, to walk him through Golem. But he has to be obedient. And a Golem is resilient. He must take a hit and not flinch. That's why I'm going to ban you for a day. If you come back and you can watch Fight Club at 11, you'll understand more about this. And he knows how to delete messages. Does that sound like any 11-year-old you know, Crady? Does your 11-year-old kid know how to retract messages? Doubt it, right? I go to a conspiracy theory forum. They're doxing somebody named Elaine from Alien Earth. Turns out she's half Chinese. A lot of coincidences. And this forum sets up users to commit crimes against them. So they say. I know some people in there, they're decent to me, but that may be out of fear. If you don't claim you're a vampire, people walk all over you. So he knows how to retract. Just like a kid having a tantrum. I did all you said, and you're still punishing me. That's hard knocks. So how you doing, vampire? That brought me back, when we first interacting, and you're yes manning. Yeah, he is. Is he a scammer? Yeah, he is. You know he is. 11-year-olds know all about the internet. No, they don't. Not even close. You're gonna tell me these kids were born with an iPad in their hand? No fucking way. They might as well become Boston Dynamics killer robots from Skynet. I hope your kids don't They enjoy being 11. You know. In fact, if that was your literal kid, it's like, Dad, let's pretend I'm a stranger and an idiot. Let's fool Nate or Nate. He'll never guess. Have I passed your test, Golem? Or vampire? And believe me, I know the parent network. If it's not your kid, it's somebody who knows your kid. Like a trillion kids separated. They have this group mind. Okay? Like I said, I take all my duties seriously, including Uncle Nate. I'm so bad an uncle that I forgot your kid's name for safety. For all I know, their name is like Fuckface McGee. If I get interrogated, what are the names of all Grady's kids? Who? What? All I can remember is Cheesecake, Fuckface McGee, and your mom. That's all I remember. If somebody comes sniffing around, you call him Golem, Vampire, Yes Man, and all that. Tell me his personal info. What's a personal info? Can you tell me more about this mythical concept? And why would I tell you? Who are you? Identify, friend or foe. You know? If someone is investigating your homestead, like this person, Joshua Wagstaff, it could be like Christopher Ray. It could be Cash Patel. It could be RFK Jr. It could be Vivek. For all the fuck, who comes to my chat other than you? You know? The one who's silent now. You know? All these politicians have kids. Like, what's his face? Santorum, Rick Santorum. He sends his granddaughters or his daughters is like, yes, we know what Santorum means. It's a frothy mix of semen and feces. But aside from all that, aren't we pretty in our dresses? Vote for my dad or granddad. So many manipulators. That's why I called him scammer right away. If he's not a scammer, he better learn how to scam a shotgun from a zombie, home defense. Like you, he might not have the benefit of your homeschooling. I seen you teach your kid how to shoot. You're a chief of the Tlingit tribe. I always do this, right? And you passed with flying colors before, but now it's your chance to vampire a golem. I'm so happy, you know. If he comes back, until you get your live streaming on, I will provide you a platform. I'll step back as some sort of overlord or something and watch a vampire teach a golem how to be merciless and bloodthirsty and vicious and violent. I don't think it worked on you. You deal with bears, you know? And you're scared of spiders for some odd reason. I think you just made that up, by the way. Hopefully. But if he's not for the life. You know, he's not a survivor. You're either friend or food. You should know this is a vampire. You were so hard to kill as a food. I was like, he better be friend. You know what I mean? It's like I told you, if I was a vampire and I tried to drain the blood, yeah, it's too tough. How you doing, Golem? Good. Ever since you have this new font, you're very confident. Even if you make a mistake, people are looking at the font, not your words. So you can understand how he spells potato because he has OCD. You know, like God gave him to you as an apprentice. He's a disciple. You have more in common with him than I have in common with him. That's why I said you better do all your basic training with the vampire before you become overlord. And in a way, I'm grooming you to be overlord too. How you handle this kid, random. Yeah. So how you doing? How's the kids? How's the wife, the crazy one? You know, like after a long while, he said, "Fuck it." What 11-year-old? I mean, I know maybe your kid has overheard it, but if he's sheltered and like something, it's rude and crass, and I really shouldn't do it. Next time he hits his finger with a hammer, he'll remember that word. And he's back. You're still here. You know, I'm still here, hiding in the nooks and crannies. I'm a ninja. You want to learn ninjutsu? This is how you make you disappear. You better not say anything. If you want to stay in my chat, remain silent. Eavesdrop on us. We don't mind you. Okay? We don't mind you. I don't have to ban you if you don't say anything. Just pay attention. You know, you're listening to an overlord talk to a vampire as a golem. This is free education. I had to, at great expense, near $1 million, learn this. As long as you talk to your masters, like, yeah, I surveilled these two idiots who think they're an overlord and a vampire, which is not true. I mean, they're clearly delusional, paranoid schizophrenics. Really big words for an 11-year-old, huh? Boy, I had to go through college to learn those shits. And he knows it at 11. So, vampire, just pretend our little ninja friend, our little surveillance agent isn't there. And I'll talk like all overlords like Doctor Doom. There's a thing. Like Spider-Man asked the Doctor Doom, why do you always bust through doors? Because I have armor, you idiot. You wear cloth. Okay? If I open the door or go through a window like a thief, what's the point of wearing armor all day? Okay, there you have failed all parts of ninjutsu. I won't see you for a day. Come back tomorrow if I'm still alive. Okay, Crady, you want any final teachings you want to give this golem? What an idiot! What an idiot! It's like if he was in court, judge, I gotta. Who is addressing you? Defendant, child. Okay, children are meant to be seen, not heard. I'm aware of you. Vampire is aware of you. You bring nothing to this table at all, other than the fact that you can tell our story. You can paint this as the two dumbest idiots since Anthony the Witness. What are you doing? Crady, tell him something you would tell your kid, but like some dirty kid who's trying to steal all his candy. It's like, Full House. Kimmy Gibbler. Gonna ban for a day. Do you want it to be 2 days? As an 11-year-old, you should know this kind of conversation. So far, you've earned 1 day ban just because you're a good person. If you want to be an evil person, the ban gets longer. Good people get a ban from my channel only 1 day. That's a privilege, a perk. So are you angling for 2 days? You can leave. I asked you to leave, and then you couldn't keep your mouth shut. Hi, I'm back. Okay, he'll be back. I'll give him one last chance to just surveil us in silence. Imagine we were in a cafe. I'm an overlord, you're a vampire. Hey, you see that Fed over there? Looking kind of snoopy. Hey, Fed, I'm an overlord, he's a vampire. You look like food. We're giving him a chance. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's pretend he's not in the chat. Let's see how long he takes in our little conversation for him to say something stupid again. So, how's the bust in the Chatterbox Nouveau? Like you missed the total meltdown of Nick Stone, She was on her period and all that. This is adult talk, You ever have your kid just listening? What are they talking about? Daddy has a guest. He'll never hear me. I hear all this scritching. Or if he's an adult, I hear your legal pads. Scritch, scritch, scritch. At least he's learning, right? Keep your damn mouth shut. Even if you're an adult court recorder, keep your fucking mouth shut. Take down like the transcript, and that's your job in court. Later you can be a judge and talk like me when I'm safely in bars or dead. His first day is so rough. Jesus Christ. I don't know if he's dumb or I am, I think I'm more used to being dumb. He's the smartest prodigy of all time. Got a mouth though. Can't keep his mouth shut like Bart Simpson. I'm smart. I know. It's happening because of Trump. He's doing the tariffs. I wonder if Kimmy Gibbler is going to say something here. You can be Uncle Joey. Uncle Joey is a vampire. I feel like I'm in an episode of Anthony the Witness. Chosen one. Apparently, there are vampires who believe they're Uncle Joey from Full House. I haven't had a good laugh about Anthony in a while. When I got my channel nuked, I was like, I forgot all my subs. Like, who do I subscribe to? And it's like, oh, Anthony the Witness. Yeah, I haven't laughed in a long time. He's like, chosen one. In 1 hour, 60 minutes have passed. Dun dun dun. Chosen one. When I say pickle, you say tickle. I don't even know, man. I just know all the previous episodes, and I'm just like, projecting. What are the craziest things Anthony the Witness would ever say to all his fans? If you put your left foot in, chosen one, you put your right foot out, you do the hokey pokey, and you sing it all. I'm cracking myself up here. When you're an evil overlord, you have to amuse yourself. Even as a vampire, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I can be like Danny Tanner. DJ, Stephanie needs milk. Good thing your Uncle Joey is there, wherever he is. Let's say you're in Gaza. I'm not going to disclose your current location. Just for the fucking hell of it. Yeah, at least he's listening. You want your recorder to at least accurately record, even in the laughter. Because in YouTube, they don't render my Tagalog or laughter or even chosen one. Anthony the Witness is like more like the false witness. He just batted that out like, what are you fucking talking about? He's pretty great. There's some other bad actors, but I feel relaxed. Because there's this local golem. He's very good masseuse. This is like a relative, probably. Not as good as the one on 42nd Street in Lexington, but I'll learn. All golems have weird names. For example, Joshua Wagstaff. He can say, "I'm an 11-year-old golem." Golems either break or they live a long time. 11 years for a hammer. That's pretty good, isn't it? 11 years for a chainsaw. I'm 11. In human terms, you're like 1,000,000,000,000 years old, hammer. Especially you. Like when you did your thing and you gave me some stuff. That's probably our little ninja guy. Hey guy, speak English. I'm just observing. Anyway, so we were doing Full House. Your Uncle Joey and I'm Danny Tanner. We got to figure out who's Jesse Pasakoulis and whatever his name is. I'm thinking maybe like 682. Sometimes Raptor Johnny makes up all these alts. He sneaks in and is like, what? I can't be seen supporting the competition. So I'll just make up a thing. I know how to be young. I'm literally younger than you. I can tell his speech patterns. So I'll pretend if he wants to pretend. And in a way, he can learn. I don't know what I'm going to teach Raptor Johnny. He's making money hand over fist. He defeated Steven Seagal. What's he doing in the prison planet known as Planet Earth? I know why I'm here. I committed crimes against God. I know maybe why you're here, to watch me. But I don't know why all these other people are necessary. Just like Einstein. I published the theory of relativity, and there's like, here's 100 scientists telling you you're all wrong. If I was wrong, you'd only need one. You're wasting resources. I have fun with you as my jailer because you get the references. You like steak and you like Anthony the Witness. That's enough for me. And you're willing to play along that you're a vampire. Yeah? So anyway, with Uncle Joey, Dave Coulier is like, cut it out or something. I don't remember. And then fast and good. They'll never catch me. Skibbity, yeah. Skibbity, I've read in the thing. Skibbity means bad. I don't know what means good, but it's good to know what is bad. That's like that instead of fucking. That's skibbity, gay or something. I don't know. Being old sucks. Anyway, this is a very therapeutic hour. Usually I have Mavis as my therapist, but she's off. She met a guy. They're having a great time. Hope she's doing well. And in turn, you can therapize your kids, especially your ex-wife and her all-new husband, or even the Trinket tribe. Don't pull that one on me. You know, if you listen to more David Sebastian, he's starting to do live streams, or at least preparing. They took all his money. He had to move back to his mom's place. He lived in a bathroom, the guest bathroom. Started doing a vision board, and he's rebuilding because there's some guy named Rodney. I guess that's what she said. You know, I hope so. With her forehead, I could write vampire on her forehead or overlord. That her forehead is that big. You know, with lipstick or something. Vampire like this. Vampire overlord. That's to see if she's watching. I know, I can feel you, Mavis. How's your boyfriend? Hope your guys are going to be happily married soon. Don't bother inviting me to the wedding. I'll be dead by then, thank God. But, you know, thanks for listening to me all those streams. You should really move on. You know, she said she lost weight. She's seeing a guy. Maybe have kids. Oh, that's good. Be like Crady. Be happily married with kids. I'm happily married without kids. So I'm like stuck in the uncle role. Let's see if he's going to say something. There's another person in the chat. Or a little intern. Or maybe he's a big guy. Maybe he's a Nephilim, Anunnaki. You're not that big. I've seen buildings fall before 9/11. You know. Especially those big guys like, I'm big. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Even literally. I'm 11. In what years? Dog years? Nephilim years? Golem years? My lighter. Oh, hey, look. Be careful. There's a new one like you. He triggers me more than you. So he's competition, this guy. Scroll up if you see. You know? Some of these kids are underfoot. It's like, you know, like, hi, I'm two. Then don't let us punch you. We're adults. We can punch you from here to the next block. You know, where's the mom? I look around. Do you see any kittens that I could kick? No. They make sure all the kittens and puppies are safely in their apartment. You know? I know, right? There's a Joshua Krause also in, if you remember that guy. They always look like they're hiding something. You're right about that one. How about a little Ayo, we out here, or shut up, LoJack. You know, you gotta never relax even around your people. Jeez. And the thing is, like Vampire, LoJack is a white person who is so immersed in black culture, he thinks he's black. And I believe him. I guess you want to be a good black. All the best, you know? I don't really know. Like I said, it only takes you to watch me because you watch the same things I do. You're an extra set of eyes, but you're far away and you know, you have a limited library, but you still notice the eagles are pecking the eyes out of the bears. Is that a good thing? Probably not. You know? Loke never gives anything about his location other than I'm in Starbucks taking a dump in the sink. Yes, like you did before. So all is well. I've hit my 63 minutes. It's always good. You always leave them wanting more. Remember all that we talked about. And happy advanced Father's Day, Juneteenth. You know? If you guys want to talk, go talk in the bust. Good thing I didn't have to ban that guy. You know? He's been able to keep quiet for 20 minutes. As a babysitter, I'm pretty good, right? You have a dog whisperer or a kid whisperer. If you don't behave, kid, and you're 11, I'm going to ban you from your house. Like, you know, I'm not going to behave. For 20 minutes, he hasn't said shit. Not bad. I should get a bonus or a raise for all this. Yeah. What's that? Idiots lost Yahweh, Nate. That's what ILY means. How could you lose Mighty Yahweh? He was in the chat as an 11-year-old boy. That guy he's one of the uncles of Jesus Christ. He wants his power back. You lost Yahweh. Get him back. We'll see. If I'm still alive, I'll live stream tomorrow. But if the Illuminati or Killuminati got me, well, it was nice knowing you all. I had thought to live longer than this. Remember, when you're in a corner, that's the escape spell. I had thought to live longer than this. And you live. Okay? Only use it in your defense of your life as an emergency when you're surrounded. It's like a grenade. Take out as many of them as you can. God will fill your body and holy shit, 50,000 people are dead around me. And I just said, oh, I thought to live longer than this. Only an emergency. I don't want to get in trouble. And I know if our intern is listening, he's going to try it. You know? He's going to go fight a bunch of bullies at 11. You, I know the secret words. I had thought to live longer than this. Cut to the next scene like a kid at a funeral. Yeah, he's not going to survive if he tries it. You got to know the basics before you use that one. You and Loke and Hevron and Herb and all them, you have the chops to do it. I'm not sure about this, Joshua. Rip. You know, I always do the last rites, and if he's comes back tomorrow, you motherfucker, you lied to me, and you said that magic spell I had thought to live longer than this would give me some sort of divine protection. Did I really? You gotta have what it's inside. He doesn't have the mana pool to tank. Not yet. Give him another 5 years, maybe. At 16, we all get, angry. All right? It's good to see you guys. Hopefully, I won't die because of Trump and tariffs and Vivek and all these people. But I had thought to live longer than this. So far, so good. Every day for almost 48 years, I've been using that one. I hope you guys use it well, responsibly. And we might win the lottery. Not my fault if you do. Okay. All hail me. Good luck with Mighty Yahweh and Blessed Uncle Saturn. He's a bus driver in business. All business, never pleasure. Boop.